Mm, press the button. Well, hello, folks. Welcome to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast, brought to you by your trifecta. I am, like always, your friendly neighborhood asshole Los, and with me we have he's the honored one today, sir. Tell him your name.
Really, Dalen? Really?
What?
You gonna sit there and chuckle? Really, Demon King of Tyranny?
We talk about you right now, though, sir. Yeah, you the honored.
But we all know, between heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one. Don't be jealous. It's okay.
Okay. Completing the trifecta, we have, like this nigga said, the Demon King of Tyranny, sir. Introduce yourself.
What's good? You know who I am.
Yeah.
Trying to get his Usher Raymond on tonight.
Whatever.
As long as he don't get his Hulk Hogan on and he keep that shirt on, we good. That's all I care about. No Hulk Hogan's. Yeah, that's all I care about. So
listen here, niggers. I mean, brothers.
Yeah, no. We don't need those. We don't need those at all. Since we were a little menace,
only Dalen can come out here to the ring and just a wife beater, but he can get that off. You know why? Because he's the cream. He's the cream that's on the top.
Let me tell you something. Oh yeah, I didn't know that Macho was the king of props. Oh yeah, brother. You think you have something in his hand, and then you turn around and there's a whole fucking bucket out of nowhere. He's pulling out buckets out of his cape. Not to mention, he had all of the coffee creamers. He had like 6 of them pods. The cream stayed at the top, sir.
But you know what, Los? You know what? You know when everything gets going, rubber hit rises to the top.
I don't think he know he froze.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think he know you froze. Just hit the intro.
Froze.
Okay,
So
it's over. It's over.
Guys.
Moments passed. Just hit the intro. Moments passed.
What? I hate you specifically. What the fuck?
happened.
Nigga, nobody was there, and you just popping the screen
This
like you
bitch
basically
got me paying the rent. Yeah.
that's basically what
Yeah,
nigga just
yeah,
Anderson packed us.
Yeah, pretty much. It just be like that sometimes. So today we'll be bringing y'all a little more levity. Let me not say that. It'll be a calmer episode. We were menaces last week.
Will it?
In comparison to the last episode, yeah, it's gonna be a lot calmer.
We probably won't reference too much coke tonight.
It's gonna be a lot calmer.
I feel like Coke's gonna come up.
I said
know
not
Coke
a
is gonna
lot.
come up.
I said not a lot.
Yeah, we're not gonna have a Tony Montana mountain size of Coke this time.
We're not going to Powder Town.
Do a few titty bumps. Nothing too crazy.
We're not gonna build a snowman.
No, none of that.
Actually, I'm gonna use something Dalen coined. We're not gonna have Armor Off scented Coke. Actually, wait, you didn't say that, did you? No, you did not.
No, but I did. That wasn't me. I mean, I alley-ooped it, but that wasn't me.
I'm sorry. Cutting Coke with Armor All?
No. Off the dashboard.
Off the dashboard.
Oh. I was about to say that's diabolical work. Who in the flying fuck is doing that?
Said it's Armor All scented. That's all.
Armor All scented. Oh, off the.
They come in flavors now.
Makes sense.
They come
that
in
makes
flavors.
more sense.
But no, we're not going to do a lot of that tonight.
I mean, we can't say that what we just did. Like,
it's out the way. It's out the way.
It's not out the way. It's not out the system. It's not out the system. It's going to be more. So,
hold on real quick. I want y'all to wager out there. How long do you think it'll take before Coke comes back into the conversation? Yeah,
Coca-Cola?
yeah.
Hold up, where's my? Damn, where the hell's my phone? Right in front of me. I was playing a game. God
He's an
damn it.
old man, folks. Don't worry about him.
Nigga, I legitly sat there. I legitly sat there one day and tore my room up looking for my glasses.
This nigga just
Wear them on
really,
your face?
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
this nigga just really lived out the Family Guy diabetes commercial. And it's that one part.
So
I hit my wife last week. My wife's been dead for 20 years.
who the hell did I hit? I'm gonna start
Let's
the
go
timer
with
now.
that.
I'm gonna start the timer. The timer has begun.
Coke,
Let's see
turn
how
it off.
long.
So,
5.28. 5.28 seconds. 5.28 seconds. Reset and start. You know, I'm gonna start it with a story time. I told y'all in my travels, some people had plenty of audacity. So I pick my seat clear in the back of the plane because I wanted a aisle seat. All right, I'm now in the back of the plane first because I had priority boarding. I'm watching people come on and basically picking their own damn seats. They're just sitting where the fuck ever. How do I know this? About 4 different arguments pop out with people just arguing over a seat. Dalen, how is it that you're sitting in somebody else's seat, but you're arguing over it?
Don't ask me about human stupidity. I don't.
It gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse.
because they were sitting there first.
The fourth one, old white lady, she just comes right on the plane, asks somebody, yeah, where's your ticket?
We're still here.
Oh, y'all just gonna leave me? Oh,
Where's your
y'all-
ticket, nigga?
But literally, that's how she was coming. She gonna ask somebody, where's your ticket? And the only reason she was asking, come to find her husband was pretty much separated. They didn't pick their seats. So now they're trying to bully this dude out of his damn seat. No, that's not how this works. So that was on the first flight. When I get to the layover, getting ready to board the plane, they call for pre-boarding, which military, people with kids, handicap, silver and gold members. All right, cool. Old white dude pops in front of me. And then a couple of kids pop in front of me. Now I'm on the phone. Of course, I'm being a dick about it. I was like, yeah, I could have swore I was standing in line here. Old white dude turns around and look at me. Basically, after traveling for a while, I chose violence. He was like, I didn't know how this line worked. It worked just like any other line where one person stands behind the
Shut the
person
fuck
that's
up.
first.
You shut up.
That
Did
is
this
exactly.
nigga say I don't know how the
I
line works?
didn't know how this line worked. I said it works like any other line where you stand behind the person that was there first. He looks at me. He goes to the back of the line. So now the Indian lady was sitting here looking at me. I'm looking at her. Well, they called zone 1, didn't they? No, they did not call zone 1. They called pre-boarding. Oh, so what are you? I'm pre-boarding. I'm pretty sure you're not. She got quiet. She goes to the back of the line. So I know they was a little pissed when I got on that plane, and they got on the plane, and I'm up front in the bigger seats because I got upgraded.
Why are
But
you
these
doing the
motherfuckers-
stewardess job? Why is the
I have no
stewardess
because
not
these
regulating?
motherfuckers ain't regulating shit, dog. The first fucking flight when people was arguing over their seats, why chick just sit back and do this here? Just sat back and watched. I was just like, oh, we both doing this, okay.
The
She let
stewardess
them-
did that?
Let them niggas work that shit out on their own.
Whoa,
Well,
that's
I
some
was
hood
just-
shit.
I was
That's
like,
some
yo,
hood shit.
this some gangster shit, right? The chick was black too. I was like, this some gangster shit. Like, yo. But yeah, they got on that
Yeah.
damn flight. They saw me up front, gave me some dirty looks as they hauled their ass to the back in them little ass seats. I almost fucked the timer up just now too.
Okay.
Cause I don't know what these folks was doing. Like, how do you come to the airport with this kind of energy? Like
that
you,
they was
I'm
doing that.
just gonna-
That's exactly what they was doing. That's how
Like,
they was doing that.
I'm just going. This is my seat.
Mm.
But my ticket says that. No, this is my seat. I got here first.
Yeah, that they was on some first come first serve shit clearly, but I don't think that's how that worked.
That nigga
That's
Low
like-
said, "I got here first."
That's like when you go to the movies and the movie theater got the assigned seats, like you
Mhm.
purchased your seat, and then
Mhm.
you get there. It's, yeah, these my seats. Nah, these my, bro. We're not doing this, okay? These aren't your seats. Just go on, just go on somewhere, man.
You know it's not your seat. I know it's not your seat. You know that I know. You know that this is not your seat. I mean,
Don't try to like just indignify your way into these seats. It's not gonna work because I could be just as indignant. We can do this.
you can do this the easy way or the hard way. The
I'm
choice is
kinda-
yours.
I'm kind of feeling this story time shit right now, real quick. I have a question, and y'all have to tell me because you know I forget. I'm forgetful.
Mhm.
Have I did a story time about the shit I've been going through at work lately?
The stealing of the cart.
No, that's old news.
Oh, then I haven't heard shit past the stealing of the cart.
Seriously,
Seriously,
Mhm.
seriously.
you've been pretty private with your life, sir.
Yeah, because my life has been very stressful and sucky for the past since my fucking birthday, since July 13th. I should say since after my birthday, July 13th, shit has been really fucking stressful. Extremely stressful. And me being the man that we talk about we shouldn't be, I've been keeping it to myself.
You big dummy.
I know, right? So I have been shipped out of the station that I've been working in all this time.
Wait, you told me about that.
Oh, I told you. Did I? I didn't tell you, Dale? I think I might have called you one day, bro. But
Yeah,
go
you
ahead.
called.
Dale.
Was it when they basically didn't give you a route or something like that? Or they took you off some route even though you were supposed to have it?
It's something like that. So, I was on a route for about 2 years. I finally got out of the temp position, and instead of them keeping me on the route I was on,
You did say that, yeah.
yeah, company policy say I got to get something else, so they ship me out. Right? Boom, fine. So since I've been shipped out, is where the crazy shit has been going on. I didn't tell you about the Peter Griffin guy.
Dalen, what's that face?
Peter
I
Griffin
didn't
guy.
tell you about the chick in the park that stopped me while I was going to the bathroom.
You told me about that.
Okay.
You told me
Okay.
about that.
All right. So
I want this Peter Griffin guy.
I know that's what I was gonna start with. The Peter Griffin.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So had to deliver a package, right? Now since they transferred me, I work in the projects now. Legitly. I have
Oh boy.
do about anywhere between 6 to 8 buildings in the projects that I cover now, right? I was in one, and since I'm in the projects now, I have to physically take my cart to every floor because I got to watch the whole. So I have to put that bitch inside of an elevator and go up to the floor, and then down and down and down, and so on and so forth. So go to one floor, apartment 16G. All right. Knock on the door. Now I have this. Oh yeah. Oh, I remember the building number and everything. I'm just not putting the man information out there like that. So I have this elaborate knock that I do because people in the projects be on some knock on the door hard shit because the apartments are deep. No diddy. So I do the I forget what it's called, but it's a name to it. Remember in Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Shaving
The
hair.
nigga. Yes, shaving a haircut. Yes. I do the shaving a haircut knock every day, right? Loud and hard to the point where I'm making the damn the keyhole, the peephole.
But you don't diddy that.
That was a no Diddy moment.
It was.
And you just let it rock.
And I let it slide. I kept going.
I wasn't.
You let that shit
Oh my
rock.
God. Oh my God. I wasn't paying attention.
Hey,
Yes, no
Did you
diddy.
see him staring to the skid? He kept going.
I told you I wasn't paying attention. I really wasn't. So yeah, okay, fine. Whatever. That happened, right? Boom. Shaving a haircut. Nothing. I do another knock, just another quick 4 or 5 knocks. Still nothing. So I leave. I'm like, fuck it, you're not getting your package. As I'm waiting on the elevator, I hear a door open in the area that I was just trying to deliver to. So I peek around the corner. It just so happened it was the apartment I needed to go to. So I start walking towards the apartment to hand the motherfucker a package. Big white naked man standing in the doorway with glasses on, looking like Peter Griffin. Looking just like fucking Peter Griffin. You remember those naked scenes of Family Guy that they drew?
Did you get
over?
Did you get lucky enough that his stomach did droop that low?
Yes. And I wasn't lucky about anything that happened to me. When I call this man a naked Peter Griffin, I mean he was a naked Peter Griffin.
At least his dick was covered by his stomach.
Hey,
his dick was covered by the doorknob. If that doorknob wasn't there, I'd have saw the meat. Yeah. So as I'm walking towards this motherfucker and I get to the entrance and I see it's a naked Peter Griffin, he just looks at me. Sorry, motherfucker. Gave him the package and turned around and walked off. Yeah. Yeah.
You let that shit out, motherfucker.
Sir, I need you to go back into your apartment. Close the door. I will leave this package. So go back into your apartment. Count to fucking 20.
My dude.
And then come out and get your package.
My dude, you know what I find very upsetting about what he did? The fact that I've gone to this one apartment, not that one. I've never gone back to it since. I've gone to this other lady apartment, and for some reason, this heifer never have clothes on. So every time she answers the door, all I see is a big light-skinned arm with her hand out. Reminds me of Lurch from fucking Addams Family. You saw that big ass arm that came out of nowhere? That's all I see. I see a big light-skinned arm. I respect it.
She hides from behind the door.
Exactly. That's your crib. If you don't want to wear clothes, don't wear clothes. I can't knock it, but bitch, I'm not supposed to see it. So
did he look you in the eyes when he said, sorry? Oh shit, yes. He did. If you just relived that moment, I apologize. Because that's what it looked like. You relived that moment.
No, because he definitely did look in my face. He was definitely in my soul.
Are you apologizing for everything, Dell?
Trying to reset the timer. We went 12 minutes, 3 seconds, and 5 nanoseconds.
At this point, we need to put up a counter on the wall on the screen that says time without an incident. Just like a fucking time ago. Oh, so yeah, that happened. I didn't tell you, bro, but when I was walking to the bathroom, this is what I told Dell. I had to go to this. I had to use this Candyman bathroom because at the time that was the only bathroom I knew of. So I'm walking there and I have my headphones on.
This is going already.
Tell me about it. I got my headphones on. And that's because I don't like talking to people. I want to ignore everybody. So fuck you. You know, but people say things to me, so I just give them a smile and a nod and keep it pushing. So this chick did that, gave her the smile and the nod, and I tried to keep it pushing, but the bitch kept talking. Now, I couldn't hear the words coming out of her mouth, but I could see her mouth constantly moving and moving and moving. And then she said something and stood there looking at me like this. So when I noticed she was just staring at me, I took my headphones out and I said, I'm sorry, what did you say? This bitch. Oh, I just want to tell you, you fine as fuck. I give a fuck. You are fine as fuck. I will fuck your baby mama just so I could taste your dick. Yeah, she said that to me.
Oh, so
exact words that came out of her mouth. No, Dalen didn't hear this story. No.
Don't you
heard that line.
Don't you love being luxurious?
No, not all the time. No. I had this bitch tell me yesterday when I was coming out the hospital because I use the bathroom there that she waiting for me to get off of work so she could give me a hug and a kiss. Bitch, I don't know you. Literally,
Hey.
first time I saw you.
I like your hair.
Fuck you. Okay.
It smells.
Okay.
It smells like
No.
lavender, but look like roses.
I knew that's where you was going. I am not Princess Trunks. Okay.
Think about the
don't like
bloodline, Los.
Princess Trunks.
Get me off of this planet. I'm not playing Goku.
You bit it.
It's a transmission right now.
Teams 4-star. We're gonna shout you out pretty much every episode.
Every
God damn.
episode. Y'all the
Y'all are
y'all
some
the
national
ghosts for that.
treasures.
I-
Shit.
Cannot believe the shit that I've been going through in these past. How you get frozen like that?
Well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was a terrible pose.
Right, the ghost is sitting there doing the helicopter.
That was a terrible pose.
Might tap in my internet.
I mean, maybe.
I'm trying to find my
Also,
location.
before we actually get okay, so those are my two little quick stories. Also,
Still here.
did I tell y'all about the Asian man that practices sword technique on the basketball court? I'm not playing. I walked through the park to get to the building. This nigga legitly on the
He's still
basketball court
driving.
with a
He left
sword.
us on the side of the road. He's still driving.
I'm so upset.
He's trying to keep driving though. He just sped past that shit.
He is watching you get stabbed in the rearview mirror. This is that scene from a horror movie. I done dragged you out the car, and I'm
This
sitting
nigga
here
really drove the
stabbing
fuck
you,
off.
and Los is looking in the rearview mirror going,
Literally, that whole scene just now, Dalen said no, because he caught what I said. He's like, no, and then Los just kept the fuck driving while I'm back here driving.
Wait, you said something? What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Do you gotta reset the timer again?
no.
No.
He said somebody was hacking his router,
They're trying to find my location.
trying to find his location, and so then I said, with the trusty finger,
Los
You don't need to.
finally.
You don't
Los
need
finally-
to.
Los pulled over.
look at me, Los.
You
Look
don't
at me.
need to. No,
Look
because I
at
know
me,
what you
Los.
did. No,
Nope,
I laughed
you
too
gotta
much
look
at
at me.
that last week.
You
I'm
gotta look
good.
at me. You
I'm
gotta look at
good.
me.
I laughed too much at
Look
that
in your
last
eyes,
week.
Los.
Fuck you and your finger.
You take this
Fuck you and your
genjutsu.
finger. Fuck you and your finger. Nope. I know how Itachi works. I'm not doing it. No.
I'm
You
still
didn't even
here.
say anything.
I'm not going anywhere.
You didn't even say anything.
I'm gonna
I
be
already
here
knew once you said
forever.
the nigga trying to hack his internet.
I'm gonna love
Oh
you
my
forever.
god. Oh my god.
You'll be no one else's milk dud but mine.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Oh,
I'm gonna do the rest of the show like Al from Home Improvement because this nigga's killing me.
I'm gonna snort coke off of you next.
Reset the timer. Reset the timer. Bruce Banner never gonna be able to stay normal fucking with y'all.
and officially, folks, here we go.
Okay. This nigga's stupid.
And here we go.
Too bad the time is not actually going.
I
The
wish.
time was
No,
actually
I just
running.
reset. That's where we stopped.
Oh shit.
First time was 12 minutes. Now it's been 4 minutes. Timer reset.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Okay. Whew. All right. Y'all back in the car? I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was leaving you on the side of the road. I ain't realized Dana tried to pull a Texas Chainsaw Massacre and snatch you out the automatic moving car where he was going. I didn't know that was the timing he was on. I'm sorry.
I commend you for fully just this nigga was eyes straight. He was committed. I'm
Nigga, I was 10 and 2. I was 10 and 2.
No, Los. You know who you were? You know who you were? You was Nancy's mom at the end of the first Freddy Krueger movie.
No, I'm not. Why am I
No,
getting
I would
snatched
tell
through the
you-
door? He should be Nancy Mom's.
Right up until the point you got snapped. He's the kids in the car.
Oh shit.
Remember how Freddie took the kids and she was just standing there waving before she got snatched up? That was you. He was like, "Bye."
I thought you
Dale.
niggas was carpooling.
I hope
I
he's
ain't
gonna
know.
take care of you.
You know what that
I ain't know
shit
shit
remind me
myself.
of? You know what that shit remind me of? All of us playing goddamn Gears of War and I get snatched up. Dalen, help. Bye, Dale. I'm getting drugged off to oblivion and this nigga just watching. You have a gun in your hand. If you don't come save me.
Bye, Dale.
No, you was there that night, Los. Come on now. This nigga just
No,
bye, Dale.
I
No,
hope
it
he's
wasn't.
gentle with you.
no, I remember I didn't play Gears of War. That was a
No,
y'all
you
thing.
played that night. You played that
Oh.
night.
Oh
Oh,
God.
and I did.
It was me, you, Dalen, Mark.
And yeah, I figured
That's
he
where
was
that
there.
actually originated, because that transferred over to Destiny. Whenever Dell would fall, bye, Dell.
Goddamn jumping puzzles. I hate that shit.
And that's where I came in at. Good old Hunter. Good old Hunter.
Man.
Speaking of, all right. So if we're gonna move on, I guess we had all the fun that we was gonna have for the moment.
Oh,
For the moment. Yeah, for the moment.
wrong.
For the moment. Yeah, you know. So today we did want to talk about two things in particular. It's a hypothetical. So I'm gonna pose a question. Y'all already know the question, but I'm gonna pose it and we're gonna cook on that one, right? So if a dude and a woman were married, they were together for, let's say, 8 years, right? And the woman comes into the relationship with a child. The man and the woman never have a child of their own. The man never adopts the child. He was just raising the child as his own. But then they get a divorce. Should this man now have to pay child support? Also, should he not engage with the child anymore? And just to put a little more clamps on it, let's say now that they're divorced, the child is a teenager. So when they got together, the kid was probably like 5, 6, something like that. But now that they're divorced, the kid is about 13, 14, something like that, right? Should the guy pay child support for that child, and should he cut off the kid? I hope that yawn is because you got a lot to say.
Right.
Because as soon as I finished, you just yawned like he was about to drop a hot 16.
Go ahead and knock this verse out and get out the booth.
I mean, that's the way you did it.
So you got two sides to it. If the divorce was just amicable, or damn, did I say that word right? But if the divorce
You actually did. I'm shocked.
if the divorce was like that,
It's not like you was
There's
saying
no-
extra viciously.
He said, "I'm not gonna try it again."
one and dead, baby, go out on top.
That was smooth. That was smooth.
But no, if y'all broke up on good terms, I don't see a problem with if the man chooses to stay in that kid's life and chooses to still support that. I don't think it should be forced. Because at the end of the day, he didn't help make that child. He just stepped in. So forcing him to do it, that's not right at all. Basically him paying child support, period. No.
So you're
No, I don't
saying
agree with
that
that.
he shouldn't be forced to do it, but if
No.
he chooses to,
If he chooses to stay in that child's life, because you know how some dudes are like, basically they don't have no kids of their own. You done practically raised this kid for the last umpteen years. They got an attachment. You're out. Some niggas, even if they don't get along with the mother, they're going to still do for the child because they see that as their child. On the flip side of that, you have those instances where you need to stay away from the mother for your own mental health and safety and all that shit. Unfortunately, the child's going to get cut in that situation too. One case I saw where the mother was trying to hit the father with a restraining order, or not the father, but the ex with a restraining order. oh, he's still talking to my daughter. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's doing the third. Meanwhile, producing text messages and emails from the ex saying, "Hey, I need this for the daughter," or "I need that. Hey, Christmas coming up." And when that popped up in the case, the judge is just like, "Yo, like, what do you got to say for yourself?" Well, no, I did ask him that, but this, that, like, basically, chick tried to get him jammed up and use the kid to do it. And at the end of it, the judge literally said, if you want to avoid this, I understand you cut the mother, but you need to cut the kid too if you don't want to keep going through this. Because this wasn't the first time that he'd been to court either. It's just basically the first time he had all his evidence together to show that she was weaponizing the kid. So there's going to be instances where you need to cut that kid off to stay away from whoever else, to stay away from the ex. But as far as forcing them to pay child support, no, he did not make that child.
So you are against the child support part.
I am against the child support part of it. If that's
Just
not
staying
that
in the
kid,
kid's
I'm
life?
against it. Say what?
What about staying in the kid's life?
As long as it's not detrimental to you in the end, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a choice you can make. That's and I don't mind. I mean, I commend the dudes that do it.
So last question about that, right? So do you think the mother should try to, well, no, because that's basically weaponizing the kid. I was going to ask you, do you think the mother should try to interfere with the guy trying to be in the kid's life in any way because they're not together? But that's weaponizing the kid. So yeah.
But at the
All
end
right,
of but on the flip side, that mother has the right to stop that action too.
Yeah, that's her kid.
That's her
Every
kid.
right.
So yeah. Dana. Oh shit!
You should have flicked her like Wayne.
Why
I do it for you.
Shit? Why we shitting though?
Because the way you just sat up at the
Dalen about to drop his Lil Wayne verse of the summer.
I'm telling you, you should have flicked the lighter.
I was being dramatic. Okay, so I think it depends on the situation, right? So we talk about the case of divorce. Like he said, if it was just an amicable, I go my way, you go yours, then cool. No, he does not need to pay child support. Now I will say, and this is just me, if he was the reason for the divorce, so like cheating, abuse, anything like that, then I think yes to a certain point.
But isn't that what alimony is for?
Alimony is for I don't know what alimony is for.
It's supposedly for the woman to maintain their lifestyle
that they
had with you.
Yeah.
But if that child is a part of that woman and that child has a lifestyle too, I thought they actually got based on supporting that half.
See, I thought they kept them separate.
I thought it was separate too, because then if that's the case, child support won't be a thing.
But no, that's in the case of if y'all have kids together. She came in with her own kid. So I don't know how.
I don't think that will play into the alimony though.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. That was just my thought process on it.
Yeah,
but I know when it comes to.
Go ahead.
No, I was about to say I know when it comes to child support. I know some states, if you marry, you're responsible for that kid, but in other states, you have to adopt that kid.
So, and again, this is just hypothetical, but I do think if the husband was the cause or the stepfather was the cause of the marriage going south, then yeah, he should pay up to a certain point. I'm not saying it should be for 18 years or whatever, but it should be up to a certain point. If she was the cause, then she can kick rocks. She gonna pay up some alimony though. As for staying,
they don't like that right now. That's another subject.
As for staying in the kid's life,
Los just saw the meanest bug.
See?
Nah, nigga, it's what
nigga,
I just heard.
He was looking in the air like he saw a Mothra.
Did y'all not hear that just now? Okay, cool. Because it sounded like somebody was grinding metal, like a blacksmith. I'm like, nigga, it's a restaurant next door. What the hell are y'all doing?
That nigga got Toad walking down the street sharpening them damn tofas.
But
yeah, bro.
as for staying in the kid's life, nah.
No, what you think? It should
Nah.
leave the kid?
Yeah. It's confusing for the, especially depending on the age of the kid. It's confusing for the kid.
In what way?
So when you think about it, right,
Mhm.
that kid's part of that child's identity or how they identify you is in relation to their mother. That said, if you and the mother are no longer together, every time that child sees you, you might trigger the thought or the hope of, oh, maybe him and mommy are getting back together.
Mm.
It's a possibility.
You don't think that would fit in with any, even if the couple had a child of their own, it would be the same scenario if they had a divorce. The
It's
kid would
different with
see
the child.
them.
It's different with the child of your own because that's your child.
No, I was talking about from this child standpoint. How you
Yeah.
said the child would see the father or the stepfather and be like, okay, maybe it's a chance him and mommy would get back together. So the biological kid, they would see their father and say, maybe it's a chance for him and mommy to get back together.
That
Clearly,
happened too.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying it's the same shit. So
But think of this scenario. You're with a chick with a child. Either A, y'all break up, or B, she cheats. Another dude is now in the picture. This child now has their father, you who has been a father figure, and now this new dude.
that's 3 daddies. Damn.
Staying in that situation is not necessarily good for that child.
All right. And in that aspect, I do get the idea. But then do you think just the switching of a title would be the solution? Because right now, with the scenario that you laid out, the kid has a biological father. They now have a ex stepfather and a current stepfather, right? So if you, the middle person, the first stepfather, the ex stepfather, excuse me, if he removed himself from the situation as far as being a stepfather but stay like a uncle, the dynamic is different. The kid won't be affected like that because if you think about it, we all have uncles. Some people have multiple. It doesn't affect the dynamic of the relationship. It doesn't confuse anything. These are just my uncles.
So how do you transition into
It's
that space?
but it's not. If you think about it, like really think about it. I'm talking from a kid who came from a single parent household, who uncle stepped up and basically played the role of a father. But from what I understand, every black family has uncles that step up and play that role, whether you actually have a father in your life or not. You still have that one uncle that's so close to you, is like, damn, you could be like a pop to me. So in that scenario, if you can have an actual biological father, and then you can have an uncle who plays the role of like a father, and then even think about it with us, Dalen, with Mr. Walker.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a father to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
But you still have Pop, and now you got Mr. Walker. And if you throw in one of your uncles that play that role, now you have 3 male figures in your life that could fit the role of your father. But because their titles are different, it hits differently for you. So it's not a transition of anything; it's just a changing of a title.
But no, it's still a transition because it's how that kid sees that man. So to your
But that's
example,
what I
right?
was just saying. That's how you see
No,
these
no,
people.
no. Right, but that has to change though, because that child has to now realize I had to stop coming to you like you're a father figure, and now I have to try to transition coming to you as an uncle figure.
But no, you don't. But
Yes, you do.
no, that's why I specifically laid it out the way I did. Okay, you can tell me in your life, you have Pop got siblings or Ma?
Mm, both gone, but yeah.
Okay, so you knew them though before they passed,
Yeah.
right? Right? Were there any of them a brother? Or matter of
Yeah.
fact, doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
On
I
all
had
uncles,
uncles. Yeah.
right? Did they not fit that role where you could look at them like that could be a father figure? Hey, bring your bitch ass back, sir. I need your help too. You was gonna be next.
Hey,
Just leave us.
I'm still here. God damn.
Oh, okay.
Keep going. Shit.
Sorry, love you.
So no, and here's why.
Mhm.
Because my uncles, while yeah, they gave me advice, they were also more laid back with me. Like I never really looked at them and be like, oh, they could be a father figure. I just looked at like that's just an OG to me. That's like somebody older that I could talk to outside. Like I would probably talk to my uncles about things that I wouldn't have talked to my father about. You know what I'm saying? Now, but again, the relationship there was already established and was always consistent throughout time. Whereas now you have a situation, talk about the situation with the stepdad and the mom,
Mhm.
where for all intents and purposes, for this 7-8 years, whatever, this boy was looking at this man as a father. So he would have to now transition mentally from looking at him as a father to looking at him as a friend or an uncle or an older uncle type friend. He can't look at him like a father anymore. Not even really a father figure, because that's too close. That is going to cause pain for him because he's lost that father that he did have. Yeah, the guy can still, again, you got to think about what's best for the child. And while we may think, oh, well, isn't him having that consistency? But that's not really consistency, because the role is going to gradually change. Because here's the thing. Here's the other thing you got to think about. Let's say you get done with that relationship, you start talking to somebody else, right? They might be like, yeah, I think it's kind of weird that you're still involved in your ex-wife's kid's life.
Yep.
That ain't even your
so,
kid.
No, I get that. But my problem with that would be this. If you could say that, okay, before I say that, you would say that the new woman would say that it's weird that you're in that kid's life because that kid is the offspring of a woman that you was romantically involved with.
Yeah.
Is that why it's weird?
Yeah. Not that that's what that woman.
No,
could say.
I know.
Yeah.
A woman, right?
Like, this is your ex, like y'all are done. That wasn't your kid at all. You know, why are
But
you
you
still
spent
involved?
you was with that kid for 8 years. You watched that kid go from adolescent essentially to a teenager or a preteen, which means everything that they had to learn within that time frame, you was a part of. Either you directly showed them or you helped show them with their mom. You was their stepfather. You did those things. So that's why I was gonna say with that woman saying it would be weird that you're still in the kid's life. It's a little selfish to say that, because in that stance, this same woman will have a problem with you playing the role of a big brother. You go into a foundation, finding a kid in need, and you playing the big brother role for him.
Nah, she wouldn't. Nah.
But
It's,
see,
it's
that's
a
why
matter. It's
that's
a
why
matter of
specifically put the question in the fact that that woman you was romantically involved with. That's
no.
why
You are exactly correct, and it's a matter of comfortability. A person may not be that comfortable.
That word you didn't say right.
Whatever.
Yeah, you put a D in
leave me
there.
alone.
You did put a D in there for no reason.
Like I said, don't matter. Whatever. Basically, it's a matter of that person being comfortable, and not too many are that comfortable with people interacting with their exes like on that level. Yes, it's for the kid and all, but I will call it selfish, but they're within their right. They owe nothing to that kid. They owe nothing to
true.
that woman and whatnot over there. She wants
True.
her family, her space.
Yeah, that's true.
So I really feel like in that case you are allowed to be selfish, because you're hey, I'm not cool with this. if we're going to do this, I'm not really cool with that. What can we do about that? But then most will be like, nah, you need to cut that off. But either way, they're not comfortable with it.
And I get that it's a matter of comfortability. And you know what, Dell, I meant to ask you too. Did you have an uncle or aunt that could have played a parent role for you growing up?
My aunt, yeah.
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 All right. And
my aunt was Mother's Day roll around. I'm buying for my mom and my aunt. We all are. Because she played that. We're as much her kids as we are my mom's.
Right.
That's literally what it is.
No, and that's basically what I was getting at, because again, coming from a single parent household where I did have an uncle who played that role, right? If my mom at the time would have married her boyfriend and that nigga became my step pop, I'm still looking at my uncle as a father figure. I'm still looking at him as the guy that he was.
And with that, going back to what Dalen was saying, it's different coming from a position where I was literally your father to now I'm your advisor. That usually don't happen until they're going off to college or some shit like that. But you're literally saying that basically this preteen or teen or whatever the case may be has to now change the way they look at you. Because looking at you as a father and looking at you as an uncle or a big brother, those are two different things. And while the transition be easy for us,
yeah,
but for a child, it's not going to be that easy. You started out with your uncle being your uncle, and he always was your uncle. It was never a matter of your mom was dating this dude for however many years, and this dude did whatever for you, and now he's on this side, and he's still giving you advice and all of that, but now you have a new person in the picture. I got to now look at, basically for a child, to work that out in their mind is going to be a little bit harder than it is for an adult.
I mean, I get that part. I'm not disputing that. I don't know. I guess I'm saying that I don't see it to be something that can't be done.
Oh, no, it can be done.
Far-fetched or weird.
The thing is, it's something that doesn't need to be done, because you have to ask the question, is it in the best benefit of the child?
Right. That's now, okay, and if we're going to do that, if we're really going to ask that question, right, would it be in the best interest of the child to lose somebody that they had in their life for so long just because their mom and that person broke up and then their mom got a new guy? So now this new person I'm supposed to automatically look at as the father figure just because technically he's my stepfather now?
That's going to vary from case to case. It's never going to be people are too.
But what I'm saying is that's not good for the child. To force that dynamic on them is not good for the child.
Honestly, none of this is really good for the child if you really look at it.
Right. Okay. So what lesser of the two evils is to do what?
It's going to depend.
It's still situational.
It's going to depend on the child.
All right.
I don't see how losing somebody.
Well, hold up. Without going into detail, with my situation, what should I have done when it came? to the child?
Okay.
Run.
In your situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you should have done what you did, because prior to the whole big blow up, prior to everything that really came out, it was a situation before where it was basically told that your importance and your significance was based off of your value to the other person, not the main one, not the big one, the small one. You know what I'm saying?
Child.
It was said that your value, your importance was more so based on that. So that dynamic was already skewed because you're not being treated the way you should. You're not being looked at the way you should. So now when all of this shit happened, if the whole reason why you said my value was my value, and then you completely shit on that again, then I had no value. So why? So in that dynamic, I get it. And like I said, doing what you did, I think was the right choice. Because even that's not confusing. With this situation, the only reason why I'm like it's different is because this kid was young in this hypothetical. And then they ended up to go from kindergarten to high school with this person as your pop. And then you got to remove that affection, and that person, the pop, have to remove all of that affection that they gave that kid just because they're not with the mom anymore. That's why I'm like, that wouldn't be best for the kid, because that kid is then losing.
So to add a little more context to my situation,
Uh-huh.
when I met the person, the kid was 3. When I left, the kid was about to turn 14. No, the kid was about to turn, or the kid was 14. That's a long time.
It's a very long time. But again, since we putting it out there, I still won't say everything, but I'll say this much. For this person to tell you that they stayed with you or they want you around because you're good for the kid, because you are good for the kid, and then the person to fuck around again the way the person did and everything, you then show that you know that my value is, you quote unquote say my value is for the kid, but then you don't even give a fuck about your kid enough to not fuck up that kid's value. What the fuck?
It's the same thing.
This is what I'm saying. With the hypothetical, we don't know why they broke up. And I've been meaning to ask y'all why y'all keep thinking,
well, no,
depending on how they break up.
That's why I went, there's one or two things with it, because if it was a breakup like what I did, yeah, you got to cut the kid too. But if it wasn't a bad breakup, if y'all just didn't work, because that happens. If both parents or both people are cool with it, yes, you can stay in the kids' lives. You can still do for the kid. As a matter of fact, I forgot the name of the movie. Moms in these damn Hallmark movies, but it had Taye Diggs, whatever. He was a coach that just came home from the military and all that. He was is whatever. Either way, he marries this chick. She ends up dying. She never updated her will. So the house and stuff went to the kids, but the kids had to go to the father. They were their caretaker. They couldn't go with him since he was the husband. And she never changed the will. But he stayed. One was in, actually both were in high school, and there was one that was like 10. Basically, it fast forwards 3 years to the oldest one getting married. The youngest one the middle one was in college in New York, but she came back for the wedding. The youngest one was still in the house, or still in high school and all that, but he stayed in their lives. He was the one that gave the girl away at the wedding. They looked at him as father. In a case like that, yes, stay in them kids' lives. In a case where they break up, but he still did whatever, stay in them kids' lives. But if it's a case where it's not bad, it's not good for anyone, the choice has to be made.
Pretty much.
Without knowing the context of the breakup, literally just, it can go either way.
So in the best interest of the kid, okay, never mind, because I think I just answered my own question. So to verify if I answer my own question, let me ask you. Are you saying that removing the guy from the kid's life would be better for the kid in the long run?
And again, it's going to be situationally based.
We didn't mess up. Clock's still going.
Okay. So it's going to be situationally based. For example, if it was a bad breakup or a breakup due to something negative, it would be better, because at the end of the day, people do stupid things when they're hurt. And again, that kid becomes a weapon, and then it's just unnecessary drama. If it was a amicable breakup where no, you're good. If it was an amicable breakup and they're like, yeah, we're both good with it, whatever, and they both decide, well, I'm probably not going to deal with nobody for a while, blah blah blah.
Better yet, Lisa Bonet.
Yeah, That's a cool one. That's a cool one. Yeah.
Lisa Bonet, Lenny Kravitz, and what's my man name? Aquaman,
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa. Those motherfuckers are all friends.
But they
So-
have kids with Lisa Bonet. So
But they all are in all the kids' lives.
they again had kid. Okay. I think that's a little
You know what?
different
You know what?
because
It is because it's
Yeah.
not like they still treat the other kid and all that, but they do have kids with her.
this is what I'm saying. And Jason was with Lenny kids when he was raising his with Lisa. So it's different. That relationship is completely different. I guess if it is better for the kid in the long run, cool. I just don't think initially it will be, because that's a separation that kid has to go through now. That's a loss of a father figure. And regardless of the kid being around for however long, it's a separation thing now.
But the other thing you got to think about too, the only reason you were ever in that kid's life to begin with
It's
is
because
because
of
of your
her.
proximity to the mother.
Yeah, facts.
So once that proximity, and it's jacked up as it sounds, but it's not jacked up, because once that proximity ends, that kid's no
It's the-
longer your responsibility.
When you and
No, I get it.
I actually did use this when I came into the
The
situation,
situation. Mhm.
and they were asking me why was I doing certain the things I was doing. I said you're a package deal that comes with you. That's what I signed up for.
Right.
So on the flip side of that, when things end again, it's a package deal. Unfortunately,
It's a package deal. Yeah. No, yeah, that's the best way to explain it. Yeah, it
You
is.
ride together, you die together.
I ain't dying.
I almost fucked up Atama, but I wasn't gonna put that on that little man jacket.
I almost did too. I had to
I
correct my
wasn't gonna,
sentence as I was
put that
saying
on the
it.
little one's jacket. The little one don't deserve that. I wasn't gonna do that.
Oh, shit.
Almost fucked up Atama.
God damn, we doing good too.
Okay. All right.
But Dalen did kind of segue into the next thing, like he was saying, people do dumb shit when they're hurt, when they in their bag and they in their emotions.
mhm.
So, go ahead, driver.
Oh, okay. I thought you was actually saying something. That's why. I thought you
Nah,
were gonna say
he
something else. I should say.
He segued into it.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Dalen
So
over here stretching like he about to go have a fight club fight after this.
Nah, man, my back hurts. Maybe.
I wanted
When
to
you
before I
gotta
get
do a
into that other
podcast
one
at
that we prepared
11.
for.
Being a fight club by one.